White House. Like, why are you bringing this man? We all know he's a problem. I don't understand it. But it turns out that it might have actually been a little bit more complex than this. Let's read this post by Avi Amini because I think this is really, truly, very, very unbelievably intelligent. This photo is hilarious in hindsight. Photo that we were talking about, Tucker and Trump. Smiling like a little, okay. Trump knew Tucker was talking to Iran, so he invites him to the Oval Office before the strike, knowing Tucker will run straight back and relay it. Iran sees this photo, thinks Tucker has Trump's ear, thinks
terrible.
Trump is bluffing. Meanwhile, Trump's sitting there smiling because he wants them to believe it. Tucker's ego sells the deception. Khamenei buys it. And just like that, Tucker unknowingly helps them take out the Supreme Leader. And now America's biggest traitor may be heading to prison. Perfectly paid. This is millions and millions and
you're a Trump lover.
And I'm just playing.
Illuminati.
I'm just playing different people's opinions on this situation. That's all I'm doing. I'm not on board with this woman. I'm not on board with Tim Pool. I'm just playing what other people are saying about this.
Millions of views. And this is such an interesting shift in the storyline that we had all expected because everyone's just been like, Trump, why are you not denouncing Tucker? Well, it turns out there's a reason. And if all of this is true, if the CIA really is reporting to him, and if Tucker is actually speaking to the Islamic...
Trump is the enemy, just for the record.
Trump is the enemy, stupid.
And I don't think Tucker is the enemy.
Tucker's not the enemy.
I don't know.
Trump is the enemy.
Trump
is working for IHOP.
The enemy. He is an enemy of America. So I don't know what this woman is saying. So that's one thing that we all need to understand. Trump is the enemy.
And if Trump knew about it all the time, then it is possible that Trump was playing Tucker Carlson and using him as a double spy thing. So double spy thing. You know what I'm talking about? Now, the comedy around this has been obviously astounding. We would expect.
I don't get mad a lot, but after spending.
So this guy right here, I wanted to add this to all of this also, because his name is Nathan. Let me see. I forgot his last name. Let me look up his last name. It is Nathan.
The police officer at the scene told me to never sue the driver who crashed into me after my car accident. I took his advice.
Where is it? Some of y'all have seen his face, but his name is Ethan. I'm sorry, Ethan. His name is Ethan something. I don't know his name. His channel. Ethan Levins. Yeah, Ethan Levins. So Ethan has gotten his ex account banned, and I think he is going through all kinds of crap. And one of the things that he said also is that they're trying to arrest him also. So I don't know. I'm just going by what he said. But he's getting kicked off of X. He's getting harassed, and he said something about somebody's trying to put him in jail also. So put a one in the chat if you're familiar with Ethan. So let's see what Ethan has to say.
We would expect.
I don't get mad a lot, but after spending an entire year posting on X, and yesterday I finally break through, I get into the creator program, and I get over 20,000 followers. After a year of posting, they suspend my account. I've had many big creators, everyone knows, millions of followers, reposting my videos, tagging me, and then I get suspended, even though they're the ones that are posting it, number one. These are videos that are posted everywhere on all of my accounts. And they suspend me, they don't give me an appeal option, they kick me out of the program, and yeah, this is what I get, I guess, for trying to get on another platform for a year.
Same thing happened to me on TikTok.
Free speech. Like, are you serious? And this one especially bothers me. This one really did, because I was starting to know a lot of bigger people. I was starting to connect with a lot of big name people that could really...
And his handle is at the top. It says Ethan Levins.
Really helped me career-wise, and then it just all goes away. Thanks. After having the account for 45 minutes, they limited, locked in, and deleted a lot of my posts on my brand new account for illegal.
Hold on, y'all. Let's mess it up. So he starts a new account after they ban his old account.
Goes away. Thanks. After having the account for 45 minutes, they limited, locked, and deleted a lot of my posts on my brand new account for illegal and regulated behaviors. Due to me liking my Instagram page, I'm not going to tell you what I posted about, but it had to do with Israeli military bases.
He literally got on Instagram, and this is, you know, y'all be the judge of this yourselves, but he literally got on his social media page, and I'm not even going to play it, and said, hey, if y'all just, you know, it was a picture of an area in IHOP, hey, can y'all just do this, you know, this right here, and it's right here, and this is right, and so he kind of like did something, and, you know, I don't know if that's too much, but that's what he did. Just on the map. Hey, can you just, this part right here? And I was like, bro, you going a little too far.
On Google Maps, it's public information. But I am clearly targeted, so for the time being, I'm not going to post anywhere for about 12 hours till the rest of the night.
So, that's an update on what's going on with Tucker Carlson. All together, speaking on certain things during wartime is going to get you in more trouble than speaking on things when we aren't at war. So anybody watching, whether you're a content creator or whether you're just a normal person talking about things on TikTok or Instagram, just know that you can turn around and have somebody come to your house and knock on your door and ask you about a post. That's kind of like why I say Trump is against America. Trump is an idiot. Trump has always been an idiot. So, this is what y'all wanted, because I didn't vote for some bitch. Y'all did. But at the end of the day, hey, this is where we are. And I'll be doing another live stream probably later on this evening about Erica Kirk. And I will talk to y'all later. This is just a quick live stream, and I'm out of here.
Way of healing is sweeping the country, and this just in, a new way of healing is sweeping the country.
So, there's two kinds of people on earth. Really, there's three. This is like one thing I like to tell everybody all the time. There's the spiritual human, which notices things that are spiritual. And then there's the natural, which notices the natural and not the spiritual. So, the natural human is Lurch. That's my friend. God bless Lurch. But you can't talk to the natural human much. Once you get into the spiritual, to where all you talk about is what principality is over this place. You know, things like that. And the natural guy can't talk to you anymore, because he doesn't have nothing to say about it. Dopeness is what I like. That's what I think is going around. Dopeness. So,
1K, 2K, and 4K. Realistic portraits, cinematic scenes, special effects. As long as you can.
oh, okay. That's over? Is it? Happy Pally.
Donald Trump's war in Iran spiraling out of control. It is getting even worse, folks. Donald Trump utilizing a combination of
They're gonna go after this guy. He has 6
with
million
us now and helping us
6
in the
million
Strait of Hormuz.
subscribers, I think.
Put together a coalition of the willing who will be securing the strait from Iran. and then Donald Trump doing a begging, please, we need your help, to Donald Trump saying, we don't need you, we're too strong anyway, stay out, we're testing you, and you failed the test. So that's what's happening in Iran, while the Iranian regime is out there just mocking Donald Trump and saying, can you believe this level of desperation? It's pathetic. They're lying about everything. I never could have fathomed the United States would look this weak. And we now see the public statements from all of these world leaders, whether it's Germany, whether it's France, whether it's Italy, whether it's Japan, you name it, whether it's Prime Minister Keir Starmer in the UK. They're all basically saying, well, Canada, we didn't start this war, okay? We weren't consulted about this. You're on your own. We're going to do what we need to do defensively here because we recognize we're still existing within an international construct. But good luck. You're on your own when it comes to the Strait of Hormuz. We wish you well. And Donald Trump can't tweet his way out of this. In fact, in Iran, they're saying that. They're saying your tweets aren't going to work. There's no social media post that's going to stop us. You are stuck, and we are going to make sure that this is very painful for you. And then Donald Trump was giving statements at multiple press conferences today saying, I never expected that Iran was going to go after the other Arab nations. Nobody expected this. Actually, lots of people expected. You know who expected it? The Arab nations who warned you about specifically that and said, don't go this alone. Don't rush into this. Do diplomacy, and Donald Trump ignored it. So what's Donald Trump doing next? What sociopaths, malignant narcissists, authoritarians do. Donald Trump's been now spending the latter part of this afternoon talking about how Cuba is his. Cuba is mine. Cuba belongs to me. I will take it. I will do whatever I want with Cuba. I mean, literally, I'm doing direct quotes right there. I'll show you the clip in a moment. It is mine. I will take it. We'll talk about this and more. And of course, let's not forget the American people are suffering right now, right? You have the price of gas surging. People can't afford things right now. Our economy is absolutely tanking as a result of what this Trump regime is doing. We'll talk about it all here on the Midas Touch podcast. I'm here in Austin with Brett and Jordy, where we are attending a number of podcast and media related things representing the Midas Mighty out here. If you've been wondering where are you guys? That's where we've been lately. And it's been an honor, though, to represent the Midas Touch Network out here. Brett and Jordy.
Midas Touch live from Austin, Texas. Who'd have thunk it? They actually got us out of the house, brothers. Look at that. You know, it's been a good trip so far. I want to give a huge shout out to everybody watching live, everybody listening on the audio podcast. You know, I know, I'll just say out front, I know we're still having issues with the audio podcast on Apple Podcasts. If you're still unable to find the feed, let us know. We're working with it. But just continue to refresh that feed, leave reviews. It's the most important thing right now to help us out. And we're talking to Apple to try to get all of that resolved. Last night, I'm excited to announce we won a really cool award, the Independent Podcast and Creators Award. We won the Advertiser's Choice Award there. That was super cool. And we got more events tonight. So I'm ready to go as is. You know, watching these past, a few days, especially as the war spiraled out of control, you can't help but see karma in action. For the past year plus, Donald Trump has been giving an FU to all of our allies. He's been treating himself like he is the king of the world, and he's been basically saying, I don't need any of you. And in recent days, even saying that quite directly. We don't need you. We won the war. All good. Game over. That's it. And then we see just a few days later now, Donald Trump begging, one might say, begging like a dog for these countries to help, and just making things up like, oh yeah, they're going to help, they're going to come in, this country's going to come, putting those countries in danger, those countries to then release statements going, we ain't doing shit. We're not helping you out. You are not the king of the world. In a way, those countries teaching Donald Trump a lesson, saying, see, as we told you, you need us, Donald Trump. You cannot do this alone. This is a global effort, and this post-World War II alliance that we have built, we have done for a reason, and you have ruined it all. So good luck. You are on your own. And you can't help but think that Donald Trump has promised the golden age of America, but in fact, he has brought on the age of American humiliation. And we are witnessing that, sadly, every single day, right here alongside Jordy. You know, we're recording this, you know, you got to be, you know, a little guerrilla style when you're on the road. You know, you got to be scrappy. So Jordy and I are recording in the same room. Jordy, what's the latest? Good to see you in person.
Great to see you in person. This is real. For the audio listeners, I'm actually
Not
touching
green screen.
Brett right now, not green screen. We are live in the same room. What's up, brothers? What's up, Brett? What's up, Midas Mighty? Look, a lot to get into the show today. Really excited to dive in here.
Glad you brushed your teeth today.
Yeah, I mean, we're like really close. Donald Trump is spiraling. He is spiraling and he is panicking. There is no other way to put this. He's rambling like a madman right now. And American troops and the American wallet, they're paying the price. There's no way to sugarcoat it. What's happening right now is an absolute disaster. And there's no accountability from any quote-unquote leadership of this government right now. No. If anything, they're trying to figure out who to blame. Who can I point the finger at? Well, unfortunately for Donald Trump, there is no one to blame except Donald Trump and his regime right now. And the American people are wising up to that, and they are rising up against Donald Trump and this regime. And I'm excited to see how this continues to develop, and I just hope it develops more positively here for the American people. And I'm excited to continue to call Donald Trump and this bullshit regime out every step of the way. Benji, where are we starting off today?
You start off cursing because we're in Austin, and that's what you do right in that intro, Jordy. Start with Darlington.
I cursed? I didn't.
What up?
Hey, when you come home?
Say what?
When you come home?
I don't know why.
Because the bacon's in the car.
Is it really? Where's it at?
I don't know, you put it back.
Okay. That's
Look on the
crazy.
back, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well then, let's see. Man. I can't come there right now, I can tell you that.
I think we got another pack of bacon here, I'll use it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you
So I
can do
think
that.
put these on. Huh?
Yeah, you can do that. Where's it?
Because I don't put them on without something in there.
Crazy.
I'm going to use like half the pack. At least half the pack. Maybe, yeah, probably half the pack. We do. What you think?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. All right.
Love you.
I love you.
Love you too.
Love you too.
Okay.
Honey,
bless you.
bones. God bless you too.
Okay, thanks. Peace. Bye.
And we'll go back and rewind a little bit.
What was my curse?
Bullshit.
Now you're cursing.
All right, well, let's get into right away.
In Texas.
Let's get into right away. Look, Donald Trump and his regime they're lying about everything. And, you know, when they start lying about, you know, things domestically and then utilize their propaganda here in the United States, you know, maybe that works here in the United States, you know, to kind of have this Ponzi scheme like, you know, lies built on lies, you know, this is covering up for that, covering up the Epstein files, covering up this and that and the other thing. This ain't working on an international scale right now, and it just looks utterly pathetic. I mean, Donald Trump will say over the weekend, I have now assembled a massive coalition of countries, and they have agreed to go into the Strait of Hormuz with the United States. They'll be rolling it out this week. And you have to be like, okay, well, who are these countries? It's a pretty big proclamation. Which ones are you talking about? I don't think other countries want to treat this like a cliffhanger for season 2, right? This is life or death stuff. In Iran, they're mocking Donald Trump right now. They have him, you know, basically on a street corner holding up a sign saying, help me open Hormuz, because that's what it looks like to audiences outside of, you know, a group of people who get there their news from regime propaganda here in the United States. And I'm not just talking about state media, which calls itself Fox. We have CBS, which in many ways is state regime media. Lots of local news here in the United States. And so I'll tell a quick story that I know you're getting into. I was in Ben's room earlier, and I think like any local NBC News was on, and they were reporting on the war. I said, Ben, what? Listen to this report. And it was like, you know, they do it so quickly, and they have their format of the local news, but it was like the craziest propaganda. It was like, you know, President Donald Trump, you know, with more precision strikes on Iranian targets as he continues to destroy Iran's infrastructure. And they play like a clip of Donald Trump going like, we're beating the hell out of them. And then it goes, and a new trend, a new viral beauty trend is going live on TikTok. And like, that's how the news is presented to people. Like, they are not getting the accurate information. By the way, I wish it were true that we actually had some sort of strategy in the war. I wish that Donald Trump was telling us the truth. I wish those things were actually true. But what we are witnessing right now is Donald Trump just trying to lie and spread his propaganda and gaslight the public. And in turn, it's not making us look strong, it's making the United States look weak, because Iran knows the truth. All of our allies around the world know the truth. All of our adversaries around the world know the truth. So when Donald Trump says something like, he made this deranged Truth Social post last night that was like, the media is fake and they are lying about everything you're seeing. He said, has Iran, Donald Trump said, Iran, who has been known as the master of media manipulation and public relations. Nobody has ever called Iran the master of media manipulation and public relations. And Donald Trump goes, all those images you're seeing of ships that were hit by Iranian drones and buildings in Dubai that were struck, and across the United Arab Emirates that are struck, we're showing them on the screen right now in Saudi Arabia, our embassies. All of that is just AI. It's fake. It's fake. The media knows it's fake. It's all AI. Don't believe it. Don't believe your eyes. It's AI. And the media who's reporting on this, they all need to be prosecuted and they all need to go to prison. That's deranged stuff. And, you know, it's not like we could not.
Trump derangement syndrome. He's got it.
Campaign when Donald Trump
got it.
Kamala Harris's crowd. Those crowds are all AI. Those each and every day, and Donald Trump is pretending it's all fake. It's all, and Donald Trump is spreading his lies. But like I said, Iran knows the truth, and all these other countries know the truth. So when you're lying like that, you're not projecting strength, you're projecting desperation. And it is just sad, and it is pathetic, and everybody sees right through what he's doing.
And the scary part, Brett, to your point earlier, the conversation that you and Ben had while watching the local cable television network or whatnot, is these cable networks are carrying water for the Trump regime. They are amplifying the propaganda that's coming out of the White House. Look, we need a strong fourth estate here in this country. Like, I don't just bash corporate media. No, absolutely not. But what's happening right now is we need honest reporting, people with integrity to stand up, play the clips, show the receipts, show the data, the propaganda coming out of the Trump.
I'm in the Judean desert right now, and I want you to see it right behind me. Those sheep that are grazing in the middle.
I never thought this day would come, but here it came. Fuck you, Trump. Fuck you, Trump.
Oh my God.
I've stuck with you through the trade war. I've stuck with you through all this other fucking bullshit. But fuck you, Trump. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck
Okay,
Trump.
relax, bro. Relax.
We bomb Iran for no fucking reason. I know the reason. There is a reason. The reason is fucking Israel. Americans have
Dude,
fucking
is that what
died
you gonna do?
for fucking Israel.
Is that what you gonna do?
No other reason than real.
They're the ones who wanted it. They are the ones who have the blackmail on all of the important people in the United States to make this happen. And now it's happened. We didn't need to. Do you really think those negotiations fell apart, or did we back out of them? This is what Iran's wanted this entire time, is to get us into another war. And it's happened so many times. 9/11, the false flag attacks on one of our ships to try and get us into yet another war. It's always been them. I think everyone pretty much knows that. But, you know, unfortunately, I'm a Christian, and there are a lot of other Christians out there that are still, you know, gung-ho for Israel for no freaking reason at all, because they have this twisted idea in their brains that we have to do or die by Israel because they claim that the Bible says so in Genesis 12:3. So Genesis 12:3, it's it says, those who curse you will be cursed, those who bless you will be blessed, something like that. Yeah, that's not talking about the nation of Israel, dude. The nation of Israel as it exists today is not through the grace of God in 1948. It is through political Zionism. That's why the nation of Israel exists as it does today. Okay? All my fellow Christians out there that sit there and say, oh, we have to stand by Israel with everything that we have. Can I ask you why you think that? Because the Bible doesn't support that. When God is talking to Abraham in Genesis 12:3, and he says, those who bless you and your descendants will be blessed, those who curse you and your descendants will be cursed. He's talking about Abraham's descendants. Who comes from the line of Abraham? Jesus does. Okay, so...
Okay, I think we can pause it there. I understand what he's saying, especially about that first part. You really got to appreciate the breakdown that he was initially saying, because basing our modern foreign policy on highly specific interpretations of biblical prophecies just feels incredibly risky and just not right, really, I guess you could say, especially when it's text, the text of actual messages that seem to lean towards universal inclusion rather than, picking favorites. So again, there's some logic in this.
Is anyone else seeing more Israeli propaganda on their FYP after we just bombed Iran? Like, I'm sorry, as someone who voted for Donald Trump, we did not ask for this. We did not ask for this at all. To be honest, anyone saying this is about women's rights and women's liberation, I don't give a shit.
Donald said he wasn't
I literally don't care. What does that have to do with Americans here? Because I don't see any sort of benefit to Americans.
Yes, we are, Donald.
It's just another endless conflict in the Middle East that we're never going to get out. Never. Because we constantly have to fight for Israel. And now 3 service members are gone for what? On the behalf of Israel because they cannot fight their own fucking wars. Anyone who knows after regime change, it's always worse. Just like it was in Libya, Afghanistan, Syria, Iraq. Nothing actually changes. We are just literally involved in shit that has nothing to do with us on behalf of another nation. So yeah, of course they have to roll out the bots on this one, even though majority of Americans agree with what is happening right now. Meanwhile, the debt is still rising. Americans have to work 3 jobs and they're sitting here cheering for another nation, never America. Is it?
Crazy. I mean, you really have to feel for every single person who casts their ballots hoping for some actual genuine relief and just de-stressing on rent and groceries, only to watch the Catholics immediately pivot right back to focusing on foreign conflicts instead of rather investing in our own backyard, our own country.
I'm beginning to think that electing this guy was not a good idea. Like, I don't think he knows what he's doing. Here's what I don't understand. If you have the capability to surgically strike and vaporize a leader of a different country, how do you also miss and hit a school full of girls? There's a really big problem because either both were an accident or both were on purpose. And I'm not sure which is fucking worse. I mean, I know which is worse, but I don't think you can have one without the other. You can't just accidentally do that and then also do the thing that you... So explain the fucking first thing. So when they cut off 20% of global oil in retaliation, what's the plan? I don't think that he has a good handle on what he's doing. We should not have elected this guy. I think I'm beginning to think that electing this
guy. We've seen this clip very recently on one of our videos, and it really is. It's a. It's exactly why we have to, judge the administration entirely based on their actions instead of their branding. And you got to read between the lines when it comes time.
No fizz. All go. Flat out refreshing. Celsius. Live fit, go.
Who's Grant, and why does he keep sending Stephanie money?
Ryan, it's an app called Grant Cash Advance, and it lets you
Ryan.
invest $25 to $500 fast. I mean,
What's up?
Grant Cash.
Something has gone horribly wrong.
I agree. Just in the fact that I'm making a video about Nick Fuentes that isn't eviscerating Nick Fuentes. If you didn't realize that MAGA and Trump are losing his base, allow this to be your wake-up call.
We need in 2026 for this administration to be shut the fuck down. What does this administration do other than cover up the Epstein files, embezzle money through government contracts, and bring us to war for Israel? This administration needs to be shut down immediately. Do not vote in the midterms. And if you do, vote for Democrats. Fuck this.
Let me be clear on something. Nick Fuentes is a giant piece of shit. Irredeemable. A horrific, outspoken, racist, white nationalist hunk of shit. But I do agree, in the midterms, if you don't like what's going on, you should vote Democrat.
Woo!
Because they've had all the branches under their control.
I wouldn't vote at all if I were y'all.
Are not doing well for it.
Do not vote at all.
If you don't have balance, it doesn't work.
Because when you vote,
Midterms
you make a pact with the Illuminati.
Something has gone horribly.
Yep. Yeah,
Because
watching
Illuminati
the most
owns America.
extreme voices completely turn on the administration is quite a twist. I'm not gonna lie, watching this, I've seen some of these clips before, you know, pushed to my feed and everything like that. But you know, it really highlights how those America First promises, and I've said it before, were always just empty campaign slogans, and it worked.
All right, folks, check this out. Following Donald Trump's bombing of Iran in the middle of the night last night, a bunch of MAGA Republicans, influencers, commentators, whatever, they are turning on Donald Trump. They are calling him out publicly for bombing Iran. He went from saying he's anti-war, anti-interventionist around the world to now, you know, saying that Americans are going to die and that's just part of war and we're going to keep bombing Iran for the rest of the week. MAGA is not happy, like many Americans are. Nobody wants this war, but Donald Trump is pushing forward anyway. So you can see on your screen right now the person we're going to start with first, which is Marjorie Taylor Greene. We're going to get into all that and more. Before I do any of that, though, please make sure to subscribe down below, drop a like on the video, comment, let me know what you think of the story and everything going on around the world, especially, of course, in the Middle East. If you're on Apple or Spotify, please make sure to rate the show 5 stars and follow along. And if you have any family members around the world, I'm thinking of you guys. If you have any family members that are service members around the world, I'm especially thinking about you guys. It's just such a crazy time. But regardless, let's start here with Marjorie Taylor Greene, who responded to a statement that Donald Trump made where he announced that Ayatollah Khamenei, the supreme leader of Iran, is now dead. He was killed in the strikes in Iran. He called him one of the most evil people in history. He added that this is not only justice for the people of Iran, but for all great Americans and those people from many countries throughout the world that have been killed or mutilated by Khamenei and his gang of bloodthirsty thugs. He adds at the end, though, that the heavy and pinpoint bombing, however, will continue uninterrupted throughout the week or as long as necessary to achieve our objective of peace throughout the world and the Middle East. So who knows how long that's going to take? I mean, I think Donald Trump will very likely keep this bombing going for quite some time. And Marjorie Taylor Greene responded to that by saying, "Great, Mr. President, good job. You're a billionaire, and the American people, not the Iranian people who voted for you, are not billionaires. As a matter of fact, many of them are flat out broke. An all-time high credit card debt, can't afford health insurance or car insurance for that matter, and most young people can't afford to buy a house or even their rent payment. Your generation, the baby boomers, your families were able to thrive on single incomes, and now that's practically impossible for the vast majority of American families, let alone imagine being a single mother." Now, I can't believe we're reading Marjorie Taylor Greene right now. You know how much, if you've watched this show before, how much I despise Marjorie Taylor Greene. I think she's insane. Despite her calling out Donald Trump, she is...
Hey, we back with another video. I got another good one for y'all today, man. And back to what I said yesterday in my last video, bro. Y'all who worship these celebrities really get on my nerves. Y'all really do. Y'all just be doing stuff just because they doing it. Now today I'm talking about Beyonce's mom, Gumbo. $25 for this much. Y'all running to go get it just because it's Beyonce mom. I'm not paying $25. First of all, I don't even eat gumbo. But even if I did, I ain't paying $25 for that. I don't care who made it. You know what I mean?
Y'all just, oh, it's Beyonce. Beyonce a whole witch. I'm pretty sure her mom is too. Hey, you know, we're gonna get to the video, but y'all just get on my, y'all just do anything. These celebrities can do anything. Y'all be right behind them. Well, I'm gonna get to the video, but for real, y'all can see it on TikTok. Everybody doing it. Y'all, bro, I see when the Bible says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, I understand that on the whole nother level. Just like my wife, she did this last night. She was like, I said, what is that? Where that come from? Why? I said, why did you do that? Like, what, literally, why? Where does it come from? You doing it because everybody else on TikTok doing it? I know that it looked like the all-seeing eye symbol, the Egyptian eye of Horus symbol. That's what it looked like to me. That shows you, bro, the devil can do anything if people just to do it. I bet the devil be laughing at y'all. They just put it on TikTok. Devil gonna do anything. Yeah, how you doing something that's summoning the whole devil? Y'all doing it, the whole world doing it. The devil be laughing, bro. I promise you. It's just like, just because they do it don't mean you gotta do it. Learn about it. See what it is first. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get to the video, man.
I don't care how hungry I is. You really think I would take my money and go give it to Lugao to go eat from her? You really think I would voluntarily eat from a Lugao? Huh? I don't care how hungry I is, how curious I is, how broke I is, how rich I is. Whatever circumstance I'm in, it's some whatever circumstance I am in life at that time, why would I go to Lugao and eat her gumbo? Don't you guys know that the way people is get you the most, the way these witches and warlocks get you the most is through your food and your drink. They get you with and your clothes. They get you with your clothes. And you think I ain't going to line and eat from a Lugao bus?
Facts. 100% facts.
Check this out, right? I want to show y'all a couple different clips. I wanted to start off with this Beyonce, Tina Knowles, you know, Tina's gumbo. It went pretty damn viral across the internet a couple days ago. I'm a little late into the topic, but a lot of people were talking about her gumbo. You know, people gonna pull up, they're gonna go get that gumbo, especially if it's connected to Beyonce. I mean, it's her mom. People probably feel closer to Beyonce just getting the gumbo from
I thought it was gummy bears.
I don't know if she opened up like a little small shop or she was just, this was a one-time thing. I'm not sure, right? So a lot of people were talking about it in a sense of like her being a witch. We know Beyonce practicing witchcraft. I don't know how long. She's been in the industry so long, so I know her mom is with it as well. They're both initiated. And even this picture, you know, with the witch's cauldron, this right here, to me, I would never try some gumbo from Beyonce's mom. I won't try anybody gumbo. First off, gumbo is a spiritual food. You know what I'm saying? It comes from those West African traditions, you know, closely, I would say closely related to voodoo. You know, it comes from those type of traditions. It's even stated that gumbo is a conjuring stew. That's like the act. If you look up its relation to voodoo, and
well, yeah, because if you look at voodoo, what is voodoo? Voodoo is basically the mixing of certain elements to get a spiritual outcome. If you look at gumbo, it's the mixing of a lot of different elements to get gumbo. So I'm pretty sure I can see why witches and warlocks will use this to basically get their whatever it is they're trying to produce from it to somebody else, because people, they like seafood and all of this stuff. They're gonna put it in a way that it's acceptable, and they'll put their little curse on it and offer it to you. You know what I mean? So I'm glad I don't like gumbo. I don't like seafood. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't gonna get me with gumbo. Hey, straight up.
Those West African traditions.
You're gonna want to hear this. Credit Karma is dishing the truth on your credit scores and what they mean. Most people don't know VantageScore is the only model created.
It's a conjuring stew. It's a magic conjuring stew. That is what they call it, right? So you definitely be a fool to just pull up and get some from Beyonce's.
Wait, hold up. You might tip it with some all flat lemon pepper with the sauce. You might get me. Hold up. Nah, y'all ain't gonna never get me joking, but yeah, maybe I don't.
Yeah, I know. She ain't no different. But look, I'm gonna show y'all this clip from a creator on TikTok. That was pretty interesting. I think his channel goes by just simply Jay. So that being said, y'all, check this out.
Y'all ain't gonna learn. And I still see people talking about, I'm still gonna eat it. I'm still gonna try it. Some people love Beyonce so much, they will literally go and get a cup of gumbo from Beyonce mama so they can feel like they met Beyonce because they met her mom and they got a cup of gumbo from her mom. I seen the video. It was a brother that went and tried the gumbo. Shouldn't even went and tried it, but he went and tried the gumbo and he said after he felt sick. I don't know if that brother was playing or if it was for content or if
I got a Uber Eats.
Y'all think it's a game. Y'all think it's a game.
Carden W.
Will go and pay $25
Thanks.
for a cup of gumbo. Y'all only going to pay $25 for a small cup of gumbo because it's Beyonce mama. Y'all won't even pay $10 for your family member that's selling plates to raise money for a funeral, or your family member that's selling plates to raise money for whatever it may be.
Just, all right. Do no drink. Oh,
no beverage, just this.
okay. Thanks. God bless you.
Not even knowing how it tastes, just because Beyonce name is attached to it. Everything is spiritual, bro. They mad why they making your food. You're not supposed to eat that food. We have to understand, bro. Everything is spiritual, bro. But y'all ain't gonna listen. Y'all gonna learn the hard way. People think, well, I ate this and I didn't get sick. What that mean? Just because your body didn't reject it and you ain't get sick, that don't mean that consequences won't come later down the line. That don't mean that spiritual warfare won't come later down the line. People don't understand how spiritual warfare works. People believe everything, but they think spiritual warfare is not real. Don't be deceived, bro. Y'all gonna be running around here like a chicken with y'all head cut off, not knowing what's going on, ready to end it all because y'all don't know what's going on in y'all life. Y'all don't know why this is happening and why that is happening and why this is happening because y'all are opening doors for the enemy. And people think stuff like this sound crazy, but stuff like this is real, bro. You literally have people that will tell you, oh, I'm a witch. I'm a good witch, though. People tell you that, oh, they practice voodoo. When they practice voodoo, y'all think that this spiritual warfare. When they tell you that they do spells on people because of this reason and that reason, that's spiritual, bro. So they telling you what they do, but when we...
Wait, I want to say that there's no such thing as a good witch. It's just a beginner level. That's it. That's how they get you in. But as you go, as you yearn to become more powerful, guess what? You go deeper and deeper and deeper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a gateway. The good witch, the white magic is just a gateway to dark magic.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna want to get more powerful, but you gotta go to the dark side. You know what I mean? So no witch is a good witch.
Tell y'all that this is spiritual and you can be opening doors for the enemy. You can be allowing the enemy to come in by coming into agreement with him through things such as food, such as gumbo. Don't say that I ain't want it. Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
Now, just as he was explaining, that's very true. A lot of people don't realize, spiritual warfare when it's happening right in front of their face, or when it's been happening to them for a very long time. Some people, years. A lot of people don't realize what's going on, but they spend a lot of their time complaining. Why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? You have opened those doors in ways that you just don't realize it. And it can be done through food. That's why people know to pray over the food. People know to not just pull up to anybody's house or accept food from anyone, because like I said before the clip, if gumbo is considered a magical conjuring stew, then rituals and spells are done around it. It doesn't mean every single person in the world, when they make gumbo or some kind of beef stew, that they're doing spells around it. But where it comes from, the old traditions of it, it could be very well possible. And if people have the right intentions behind making that stew and serving it to you and then telling you on top of that, it's good for your soul, it's soul food, hell no, that's spell soup.
Spell soup.
That's what that is. But a lot of people don't realize that, man. Spiritual warfare, like you said, you know, you could be opening doors in many different ways. You know, things aren't going right in your life. You know, you're always getting into car accidents, certain things always going on. And that a lot is the cause of it. Are these spirits that you allowed into your life? Y'all do know these spirits cause accidents. They can cause you to be in multiple accidents all the time. I mean, if you think about it, an accident, a car accident, it's not just someone being dumb or can't drive. It's really spiritual. It happened in the spirit world first, and then it physically happened to you. So you have to know that these demonic spirits can lure you into traffic accidents. You know, when two people merge into one another's lives, it happens spiritually first, even as an accident, you know, a vehicular accident, as crazy as it sounds, right? So I thought that was very interesting. Let's jump into another clip about it, and then we'll move on to something else I wanted to show y'all. Check this out.
You gotta get some of that rice from the bottom. So here I go scooping it up and listen to me. Y'all, I was salivating over this daggone gumbo. Still is today. Oh, the seasoning? I taste seasoning right off the smoke. And the shrimp? You need this. You need to come get this.
Oh my gosh.
Need this for your soul. Beyonce's mama started selling soup, and I will not lie to nobody. That shit looks like bikini bottom water, specifically chum bucket filtration juice. Y'all are two mother. The crazy thing about it, these females who go on about it's mainly women, because you know they beehive, whatever.
You realize your tax refund is taking its sweet time, but your bills aren't. If you are tired of waiting on your tax return, you can request a cash advance with Clio of up to $250 depending on your eligibility. And that money can help cover unexpected bills and expenses. You see, unlike other apps, Clio doesn't run credit checks, and there's no interest that just gets you deeper in debt. So whether you have a medical emergency or you just need to refill your funds before your tax return, Clio's got your back. So what exactly